Hello there everybody, Sabana92 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Ace at Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I had a goddamn stroke once again. Last episode, we met a very strange homeless man, and we started gathering a few more clues, and I've already gotten myself a bit of a theory about, like, the individual that killed Edgeworth's father. We got a little detail about how the person himself suffered some sort of brain damage due to oxygen, I think it was oxygen deprivation. And we met a mysterious old man who seemed very out of wits. Like, he did not seem entirely there. So what I'm thinking, I'm betting you that this dude is the one who killed Edgeworth's father. Another piece of evidence that makes me kind of think this is because that parrot keeps repeating, don't quote me on this. I think the parrot was saying that not to forget DL-6, which it's interesting how deep this DL-6 incident, like how many people it's got connected, you know? It's very, very interesting. Oh, and one more thing. Oh, before I actually get started, I wasn't imagining things whenever I was talking about the dog Missile. Yeah, that's actually a fucking, yeah. I was actually correct. That Missile in Ghost Trick was a Pomeranian, so I was correct on that actually. So Emiya Yukido actually went ahead and told me something very interesting. Ghost Trick was made by the same person as Ace Attorney, Shu Takumi. That's the reason for the missile. That's actually pretty freaking good. I would say the one in Ghost Trick is actually a reference to this, but he actually has, or had, a Pomeranian dog like the one in Ghost Trick. Not sure about the name though. Also, I completely forgot you had played Ghost Trick, which is, oh yeah, that's right. You really should definitely give Ghost Trick a try. Not even going to watch my Let's Play or anything like that. You should really go check out Ghost Trick. That was a fun freaking game. So good. I freaking love that. I kind of want to go back and replay that. But anyway, thank you very much for that, Emiya. Now, December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. This bastard again.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Apparently, the prosecution is also ready.
Who's the judge here anyway?
Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statement, so...
Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
Right. Of course.
A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now.
What? Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
Bah, must you question everything? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now.
Right.
I call my witness. My decisive witness to the stand.
It's that mysterious boat shop owner.
Witness, state your profession.
Oh God. I am the proprietor of the restaurant, the Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats.
The night of the incident, you in the boat rental shop, correct?
Yeah, I was.
Please testify.
Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait, no. Who's this guy's name? Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I predicted this try will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate.
Yeah, right.
The witness will state his name. Oh God. Well, I'm not really sure. What do you mean? My memory.
Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
He can't recall, you say?
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Very well. Let's hear the testimony then, shall we, witness? I was awake. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant while I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang, yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating in the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat came back to fucking hell, comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
No, you don't get to do that. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now.
Yeah. No! Mr. Wright? Yeah, cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well, you may begin.
Ah!
Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma?
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness.
I did not give permission for this, what the hell?
Okay.
Press! Just after midnight, you say?
Yep, just around then.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yep.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today.
Oh, for God's sake. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right?
Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep.
You see, continue.
I was in the restaurant.
Is there anyone who can verify that?
Well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law.
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy.
Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop.
Your witness, please continue.
And where did the bang seem to come from?
From the lake, I figure.
Are you certain?
Yep.
Good. Continue.
Press.
Was there someone in the boat?
It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figure there was 2 men out there. Yep.
But you couldn't see them clearly.
Yep. At the time, that is.
At the time? At the time he couldn't see them. the time he couldn't see them. I can't even look at this, I just realized. Taken automatically on the 24th at 11:50. Did he not say that he's died? Wait. It was... Okay, it was just after midnight. Just after midnight. We were in the restaurant. Just after midnight. So you heard 2 gunshots total.
Yep. I just belched.
That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday.
Yes, right then. The boat comes back to the shore, brother.
By your window?
Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
There, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
I have a bad feeling about this.
That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead.
Are you sure? Oh... Dad!
Wait, what?
What? Okay, I did not see this. What?
Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by, too.
Witness! Are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him. That Edgeworth bird.
What?
Well, I certainly didn't see that coming. Nurse, we might need to bring out a body bag. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
Better act quick or this trial's gonna be over.
Objection!
Your Honor! We proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright? Are you referring to the fingerprints on Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly.
That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
Stated in red, bastard! The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise an objection! Your Honor! This witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. Also the wording itself. If he were telling a lie...
Mr. Wright? In a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence?
It's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please? Can you hear me, sis? Please? We need your help. Nick needs you.
3 minutes was perhaps too high in expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Enough! The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No!
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
What?
The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
How did... What?
Wait!
Uh-oh. Who was that just now? Me?
Huh? What? Larry?
What are you doing? Wait, how did you get in here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too. Larry in with a fucking save.
Order!
What the hell is this bamboozlement? What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. I'm not sure this is legally allowed, but fuck it.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick! This is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse.
You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
No waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure that no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
It's a fair court, Actually, wait a minute. I was gonna say it's a fair court, but then I remember, wait, 99% conviction rate.
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Yes! Fucking thank you! Ooh!
Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now!
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness.
Oh my god, thank you, Larry.
Court is adjourned.
Holy crap. I thought I legit did something wrong. I thought I was gonna get a game over. Fuck. Whew. Whew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night.
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. That's a good question. Why? When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Okay. I can kind of see that happening. Usually, there is always a panic response where you hear a gunshot, you see somebody dead in front of you, and there just so happens to be a weapon that you can use to defend yourself right there. I can kind of understand the desire to suddenly, okay, there's somebody dangerous around here, I need a weapon to defend myself. So maybe that's kind of what Edgeworth was doing?
I see.
Right. Yeah. This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, Wright.
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll make this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes! 15! Everything's on Larry now. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, Larry.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw. On the night of December 24th.
Right! Leave it to me! Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. All right. Okay, let's do this, Larry. That night, I was out in the boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So, after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. There are 2 gunshots, though.
That was an unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
Okay. Oh boy. This is Larry we're talking about here, so... I feel like I have to press everything. So let's test it.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something and I found it. Looking for something? Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for?
What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy.
That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. Kind of, yeah.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around midnight, yeah.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. So he left around midnight. He got there around 11, so he got there pretty darn early. I mean, in comparison to the event itself. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. Didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts?
Whoa, whoa! Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure about whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case! So, you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh.
Well, Nick?
It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions.
Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
You'll get better at it, I guarantee. Okay, so let's see. He was out on the... There's a couple of things here. He was looking for something and found it. So he quietly slipped back the boat. And just says, I think... Let's see. You didn't see anything at the boat. And we got from confirmation from here that just as you were about going home, I think it was... Yeah, he said it was around midnight when he heard the bang. And... Let's see. Where's our testimony that we had earlier? Yeah, according to Lotta, we heard 2 gunshots just after midnight. Oh my lord, I can actually look at this. I didn't even realize I could actually take a look at this stuff. Air and elevator was oxygen depleted at time of incident. No clues found on the scene. Gregory Edgeworth, age 35. Defense attorney trapped in elevator returning from a lost trial with son. Miles Edgeworth, age 9. 1 bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Yanni Yogi, age 37. Court bailiff trapped in elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Oh! 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 That is fucking depressing! Oh, that is... I got so... oh.
Objection!
Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang. You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, someone's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Butts,
What?
you only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Eh?
Not sure? How could you not be sure? Oh, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? What?
Order! Order! And stop that booing! Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Let's continue.
Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Pah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me. Okay. It's lonely, being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume?
Yeah, what's the big problem? It might have picked up on the That might explain where the second gunshot sound came from. Can't a man just listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Wait, Your Honor! The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ? What is this DJ? Who is this individual called DJ?
Your Honor, even I know what the hell a DJ is. Are you serious?
An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio.
Oh, I thought that was just my neighbor, Clarence.
What? Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Oh boy. What exactly did he hear, though? So, you turned on the radio.
Right. It is funny to hear someone's voice, you know. You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve alone.
I shouldn't have said anything. Right. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night?
Pretty fucking loud, bruh. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know.
And you had headphones on?
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
Oh, that's right, he did say he had headphones. I'm an idiot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? And what did DJ say? What did she say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us?
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see reason why we should care.
Fuck it. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask,
Okay, fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Are you sure? Course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Huh. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. It was real booming loud. You're sure you heard the gunshot?
Why the hell do I still have the metal detector?
Hey, it's almost Christmas. I heard the gunshot. Hey, it's almost Christmas. I heard the gunshot. Let's see. Wait a minute, though. Wait. Heard two gunshots like gunshots just after midnight. The gunshots were after midnight. But according to this, it says that according to his testimony, it was, judging by that, it says, hey, it's almost Christmas, so the gunshots were before. Wait a minute! Objection! Wait a minute! Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
There is something the matter, Mr. Wright.
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas, when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed.
And almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. In other words, we now know where the third gunshot came from. Because guess what? This gun was fired 3 times. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order! Order! What does this mean? The 2 prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight.
Or wait, I probably got that misconstrued. That's 3 gunshots and my brain immediately went to the gun, so fuck. If I'm wrong.
However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious.
Bet you judge him by looks.
What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
I'm actually thinking about believing he's right, because why else would the radio say that? Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence that there was a gunshot before midnight.
Shows an empty leg taken automatically on 12/24 at 11:50 p.m. Wait a minute. Shows an empty leg taken automatically on the 20. Oh! Taken automatically. That proved that there was a gunshot at 11:50. Take that! Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha!
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night, there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them.
Why would this be?
Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes?
There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera.
Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear.
And besides, not possible because only now is that camera adjusted to do that. It was not like that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any.
The camera.
Mr. Wright, is that a smirk I see?
Your Honor, sorry, I wasn't really sure about that about the evidence.
Don't show us evidence you aren't confident in.
What? But I thought showing the camera that would actually.
I'll ask you again, can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show us the court evidence.
Okay, then the only one would have to be the gun itself, because it would just have to be the gun itself. I honestly thought that if we showed the camera, it would bring up dialogue that, oh, Miss Loudahart actually adjusted her camera now to be adjusted to sneeze. Originally it was, but, okay. It has to be the gun then. This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot that Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes before midnight. Why, I ask you? Why?
Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes.
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it! I have it!
Huh?
Remember the case of the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Oh yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya!
Yes?
If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it.
Right. I mean, is this safe?
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
All right. Your Honor!
Yes, Mr. Wright?
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What? What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
What?
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are.
I mean, I think I'm part of. I think it might actually just be. No. It would have to be Edgeworth and the murderer, actually. Like, there's a possibility that Hammond was already, dead at this time. That would explain the first gunshot. So the murderer would have to meet up with Edgeworth and then somehow make it appear as though he himself is dead. He confronted Edgeworth, made himself appear that he just suddenly died. But there's Wait a minute. What if the murderer was actually aiming at Hammond? Oh. What if the... No. I think it's Edgeworth and the murderer, obviously. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. After all, he was only a child. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
What? I'm not sure what to make of all this.
Ludicrous!
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Wright. It's... Well, it's obviously not Lotta Hart. It's not Edgeworth. So it would have to be... I am assuming if I choose I don't know, we're gonna go turn over to talking about the boat caretaker. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know?
Bah! Again, you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? But where did he do this? And there weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Show the judge where the murder really took place. Oh, obvious, the boat shop. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he can meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Objection! Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Look at Larry move. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time, because he was literally right next to the place that fired it. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop! Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Holy shit, that face, though. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? The boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Oh, details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? There's possibility he probably knew about the camera, and the fact that there was probably somebody else out there near the lake. He probably had prior knowledge to this. And, if my line of thinking is correct, he probably had prior knowledge of the camera. The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Ooh. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Oh boy.
Hello.
Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir!
Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared! He isn't at the boat shop either!
What?
What should I do?
Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Shit!
Oh shit.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all of its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker?
I think okay, hold on a minute. I gotta get his name right here. What was his name? Yanni Yogi. I think that's Yanni Yogi. Also, the fact that he named his parrot after his dead fiancée. That's very interesting. Depressing, but very interesting to say the least.
I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well, court is adjourned.
Whew. Damn, I nearly got stuck on, with Larry's testimony there for a minute. And then it just took me, wait a minute, the timing!
Hey, Nick, you did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure. Once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry. But I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right? There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you, but to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare that I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Oh? Whoa, excuse me? Oh. Ooh. Wait a minute. Is there a possibility that Edgeworth is blaming himself for his father's death, maybe? I wonder. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to... Okay, that timer is really pissing me off. Let me fix that. That's a little bit better, but... Fuck. Okay, Shit. See, now I'm getting really hyped up here. Like... Oh boy, we might be. Well, we're gonna be able to wrap this up next week. Hot damn. Well, actually, there's still that bonus trial that I gotta do. But damn, This is an intense one, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really liking how this is turning out. But damn. I never thought it would be this hard trying to defend Edgeworth. But I'm wondering if, like, that old man was just putting on an act or something. I don't know. He did suddenly just run away, which is pretty damn concerning. I'm really freaking concerned right now. But aside from that, if you all liked this, be sure to let me know. I really want to know what Edgeworth's nightmare was about. I really want to fucking know. But anyway, I'm going to end there, so if you all like this, be sure to let me know. Thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully we'll be able to get this bastard. But I'll definitely see all of you guys in the next video.